All right, everybody, and welcome. Here to kind of kick this off. Proud to announce the winner of the "Who are you gonna be and where did you come from and what are you gonna use" category here. A guy named Towel of Temptation. So tempting with that towel. He wrote, "You are a middle-aged dark elf who wandered her way bleary-eyed into Skyrim 2 days ago on a skooma trip. Unsure of your new surroundings and facing possible death, you must use your experience in archery and destruction magic to survive. You will make use of your skills in speechcraft and illusion to make friends as well as barter money, goods, and sex to get by. I don't know how we're going to barter sex, but we'll figure it out, I suppose. All the while looking for another hit of that sweet, sweet skooma and fighting the symptoms of withdrawal." So, for those of you that don't know, skooma is a highly addictive drug, and this very, very illegal. It's akin to heroin, maybe. It's smoked out of a pipe, and so this is our character. This is what she's going to look like. You can see, looks like she's had a bit of a hard knock life. Skooma tends to do that to people. She's got a very strange facial tattoo. It's like a hand. Oh, you know what? We can change this up. I actually was gonna want to was gonna do a skull tattoo, so I think that that's actually better. Yeah, I like that. So she's got a very visible skull tattoo. Looks like a blind eye with some scars there, maybe from a bar fight. Somebody broke a bottle in her face. She's been around the block. You don't just stumble onto Skyrim, without being prepared on a skooma trip. And so at this point, she has absolutely no idea how she got here. She does, however, remember her name. Sorry about this, folks. Hold on one second. Okay. Her name is Zega Inkwood. And that's all she remembers about her name. Let's capitalize properly here. Oh, I forgot. Her name and the fact that she's about to be put to death are all she knows, all she remembers after this horrific bender she's been on for the last few weeks that have landed her somewhere in Skyrim, in a land she knows nothing about. So,
Another refugee? Gods really have abandoned your people, Dark Elf. Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to Morrowind. Follow the captain, prisoner.
so I get killed even though I did absolutely. What did I do? Like, do I not get sentenced here?
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put
Zega
you
would,
down
of course, have
and
absolutely
restore
no
the
idea
peace.
what's going on here.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the eight divines upon
For
you.
the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
Learn. As you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
Oh,
You Imperial bastards!
at this point, Zega is becoming less and less sure that she's on a skooma trip and thinking that this might be real.
As he was in life.
Next, the Dark Elf.
I was the last one called.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Well, it's been fun, and
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries. What do you see?
It's in the clouds.
Imagine!
okay, now Zega is sure she's on a Skooma trip. She's got to ride this one out. Maybe try and sleep. Oh boy.
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move now. Up through the tower. Let's go.
Okay, you say so.
We just need to move it.
Oh shit. Yeah, this is a tutorial part of the game. Things always play out the same here, no matter what. So, well, I mean, I guess that's not true. You do have some choices to make, but I'm gonna go ahead and make those choices, because those choices ultimately don't mean a whole lot.
Attaboy, you're doing great.
Whoa.
Everyone get back.
Not get cooked.
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me.
I've always hated these parts of Skyrim, or this particular part of Skyrim, because it's just such a precursor to, you know, to everything. And I'm sure that there is a mod out there that would allow me to skip this, but I wanted to give people some idea of what goes on. You're a
Stay close to the wall.
prisoner, and the only reason you escape is because this giant dragon comes and
Quickly, follow me.
roasts the town that you've been captured in.
Into the keep, soldier. We're leaving. What does it take to kill this
You and me,
monster?
prisoner. Stay close. Rayla, you damn traitor. Out of my way.
We're escaping, Hathor. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard.
You, come on.
Alright, we're gonna go with Rayloff. This is the one choice we get to make, and I'm going with him because I happen to like him better than the Imperial guy who was about to cut my head off. So there's that. This is something that comes up whenever I start a new game. It's one of the mods I have installed. It's called the Sounds of Skyrim. I'm going to enable all of this. It adds some sounds to different dungeons in the game. Makes it pretty cool.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. That thing was a dragon, no doubt. Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. You may as well take Gunyar's gear. He won't be...
Okay. We're going to take his gear, put it on. Stormcloak and an iron war axe.
All right. Get that armor on, and give that axe a few swings. I'm going to see if I can find some way out of here. Ah, this one's locked. Let's see about that gate.
Locked
Damn.
too, bud.
No way to open this from outside.
Oh,
Come on, soldier!
Imperials,
Keep
take
moving!
cover.
Get this gate open.
time to gaffle some people up.
Maybe one of these Imperials had the key.
And there it is. Also an Imperial sword and an iron
Unlock
dagger.
that door.
And some studded Imperial. See, this is all better light armor as well. Stuff is starting to come back to Zega now. She's starting to remember, that she's done this sort of thing before. She's killed a man before. She's fought before. She's been in desperate situations before. And so she has kind of an instinctual flash of the type of armor and weapons that she's comfortable with. And she knows she has a passing comfortability with swords and an even more passing comfortability with daggers. And so that's what she goes with here. Even though neither one of them feels exactly right either.
See if it unlocks that door.
Oh, that's right. I'm going the wrong way here.
That's it. Come on. Let's get
She
out
also
here
kind of
before the dragon
instinctively
brings the
sneaks,
whole tower down on our heads.
using stealthy movements rather than barging into these fights. She clearly likes to dictate the terms of the engagement to the best of her ability.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
Grab everything important and let's move. Dragon's burning everything to the ground.
I just need to gather some more potions.
Imperial dogs! Picture
A storeroom. See if you can find any potions. We'll need them.
Yeah, let's look around here. I know there are some potions on the shelf. Minor healing. What's that? Minor magicka, salt pile. I'm gonna grab things and taste them because, that can help with our alchemy. Although we're not really gonna be focusing much on alchemy, I don't think. If you could brew your own skooma, that'd be a different thing, but unfortunately not an
Done?
option.
Let's get moving. Troll's blood. Hear that?
All the while this big heated battle is going on, in the back of Ziga's mind is always the skooma. Skooma, skooma, skooma.
Was Jarl Ulfric with you?
No, I haven't seen him since the dragon showed up.
Wait a second. Looks like there's thing in this cage. Ah, it's locked.
The
See if
lockpicking
you can
seems
get
to
it
come
open with
quite
some
naturally
picks.
to her.
We might need that gold once we get out. Grab anything useful and let's go.
She sees that this guy has some pretty nice robes on, but she knows that she wouldn't benefit much from them. She takes the hood anyway, because it looks like it could sell for a pretty penny. But it does jog her memory seeing that dead mage, that she herself knows a little bit of magic. She's used these mostly as parlor tricks and bars to befriend people and get them to buy her drinks. Flames she's used to light people's pipes for them. Sparks she's used to make the village drunk dance. But she realizes that in a situation like this, these powers can be much more useful. She has no problem ransacking the dead either. She doesn't recoil from the sight of corpses. She's learning about herself as we go along here that this may be something that she's done countless times before.
Come on, hurry up.
When you live the kind of hard life that Zega has lived, you get in your fair share of scrapes. Let's put it that way. And still there at the back of her mind.
Orders are to wait until
Skooma, skooma, skooma.
We're not waiting to be killed by a dragon. We need to pull back.
Freedom or Sovngarde! Not your best?
soon as she sees the bow hit the ground, she knows that that's the weapon that she's supposed to be using. She picks it up quickly and hopes that she can get to this soldier down here without getting stuck.
For the Emperor!
And water the ground with your blood.
Enough of this!
Oh, god damn it. I'm having a little trouble with the, it's been a while since I played here. There we go. Okay, now everybody's dead already.
Damn you! What are you doing?
Oh, sorry,
Let's go
Rayloff.
on ahead.
I'm gonna take these guys' arrows.
See if the way is clear.
I keep watching these who victims through you. Let us guide them.
Let's see where this goes.
So, if it seems like I'm moving a little fast through this part, that's because I've done it a million times, and most of you have probably seen it a million times. So I don't really feel the need to talk about every little aspect of it. It's more of a tutorial level than anything. It's, like I said, the only part of the game that you absolutely have to do. And even that's not true. There are mods that remove this part of the game. On we go, instinctively looking at these coin purses and taking them, knowing that we're going to need money, if for nothing else than to score a hit of skooma. And I see spiders.
Doesn't go anywhere. Guess we better try this way.
One spider down. Oh. Hit that one right in the mandibula. I don't even know what a mandibula is, or if that's a thing. Alright, now we've been detected, so. Alright,
those
not bad. Another thing we need to do is start magic. Already know sparks.
Too many eyes.
Let's favorite sparks. Favorite ignore pain. That's our favorite flames. And favorite ancestor's wrath.
No?
See if we can get any of our precious arrows back from these spiders. This one had some gold. So that's better than nothing. Hey, one back. What do you know? Usually I get none.
Hold up! There's a bear just ahead. See
Yeah.
her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Let's try to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow. Watch where you step. Sneaking with those
Ooh! That hurt. That was a kill shot. Bear claws and a pelt. And this Nord guy was just gonna let that opportunity go by. Sheesh. And this is indeed the exit to the tutorial dungeon.
Wait! There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else made it out alive. But this place is going to be swarming with Imperials soon enough. Better clear out of here. My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up.
Zega stumbled into the light.
I wouldn't have made it
Time to
without your
take
help
stock,
today.
take a breather. She was barely listening to the words of the Nord that had accompanied her out of Helgen. What was his name again? Zega furrowed her brow and tried to think, and recoiled as her face lit up in searing pain. She had caught her reflection in a pool of water back in that frozen hellhole. She had seen the ridiculous skull face paint. She touched her face and felt the same pain again and realized that it wasn't face paint, it was a tattoo. What the fuck did she get up to last night? Of course, the answer came immediately. Skooma. Skooma. Had she done some last night? She smiled. She remembered the little purple pipe that the Nord woman had handed her, the rush. Zega shook her head. Have to deal with survival now. Let's take stock of what we've got. So, that's where we're left. What do we have? Well, if we look back at Towel of Temptation's original template that he gave us, he wants us to use archery and destruction magic. So we've got a little bit of that. We've been using archery, and of course we've got destruction magic here, flames and sparks. We've got that favorited as well. Also wants us to pick up some speechcraft and illusion magic to make friends and barter money and all of that fun stuff. So we'll need to do that at some point, but certainly no rush there. So now it's up to you. Where do I go from here? Where does the story go? Where does Zega Inkwood go after almost being killed for the umpteenth time, I'm sure, in her life by a horrifying dragon monster? Where does she go? What does she do? I hope to hear from you soon. And until next time, peace.